In this video, we will be learning how to make a dilution.
Stock solution is a concentrated solution that we can use to make lesser concentrations for experimental use.
For accurate measurements with the equipment in this video, we must learn what a meniscus is and how to read it. The meniscus is the curve a liquid makes because of surface tension. It can be either convex or concave depending on the substance. We can use the meniscus to measure the liquid by looking at it from eye level and using the lowest point, the bottom of the curve, as the point we measure. Before we begin the dilution, weigh the volumetric flask and record the volume. In this case, we used a 25 milliliter volumetric flask. Before adding the stock, we must prime the pipette. Priming the pipette means we have to wash the pipette with water 3 times and then 3 times with solution we want to be pipetting. Priming the pipette ensures the solution will be the exact concentration of whatever we are pipetting. This stock solution we are pipetting is the concentrated solution that will be used to make dilutions of lower concentrations. The stock solution will be the solute, while the liquid we use to dilute will be the solvent. After priming, we use the pipette to take some of the concentrated liquid from the beaker. Record the initial pipette volume that we took from the beaker and then pipette an amount of liquid into the volumetric flask. Record the final volume from the pipette. Place leftover liquid back into the beaker. After adding the concentrated stock, we can add the solvent to dilute the solution. In this case, blue water was used as a solvent in order to dilute the stock. Add the solvent to the volumetric flask with a pipette, then use a transfer pipette to accurately reach the volume you want. Weigh the volumetric flask that now contains the concentrated solution diluted with the solvent. Record the mass. Now we can calculate the new dilution using the formula C1 times V1 is equal to C2 times V2. Now we can calculate the new diluted concentration. But first, we must find the volume of stock solution we pipetted. We can find this by subtracting the final volume from the initial volume we recorded. Using trial 3 as an example, we can take the 6.92 and subtract it from 1.46 to get 5.46. Now that we have the volume of stock solution delivered, we can plug in all the variables. C1 is the stock's concentration, which was 20% sugar water in this experiment. The volume we pipetted was 5.46 milliliters. The final concentration is unknown, but we know the final volume, which was 25 milliliters here. Isolate C2 by dividing 25 on both sides, and we get the final concentration to be 2.78%. And that is how you make and calculate a dilution from a stock concentration.